Warriors are one win away from getting back on that championship throne.
I know the city's going to be behind us. It's win or go home.
Know what one more win means. You can talk about it, you can embrace the challenge. You just got to go do it.
Oh, it's win or stay home. And Boston fans, they always understand the assignment, but will the Celtics? Jayson Tatum and the C's have been in this position before with their backs against the wall, but never on this stage, hoping to force an NBA Finals Game 7. Or will it be Steph and the Warriors who prove they aren't back? They just took a short break from their championship throne. It's Game 6. No matter if the champagne will be popping, we certainly will be popping off live for the next hour. And welcome into Hoop Streams presented by LegalZoom. I'm Cassidy Hubbard alongside a very ready Richard Jefferson.
What's your face about? What is that?
I mean, you got your
games. I was looking down.
Yeah, look, I'm wearing suited and booted.
You really are suited. You can't see. Can you see the shoes?
You can't see the shoes. You have to.
I told you I was going to start doing quad stretches. I was going to do a quad stretches. Right. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go.
You are in between a lot of color because we also have the beautiful Christine Williamson, who you can check on SportsCenter on Snapchat following Game 6. And who knows what you'll be talking about, because you could be doing a championship wrap-up or getting set to go to the Bay again for Game 7. Right. So what is your gut telling you, and is it different from what your basketball mind is telling you?
Yes, and that's what's awesome. The beautiful thing about this, and when I ask everybody just casually walking around, what do you think? What do you think?
Exactly.
Taking your, I want to go home and I'm ready for work to be over.
Right.
No one knows. And I think it's beautiful. Even being here in the Garden, you know this is the Garden. They know this is the last game, and their energy is still a little like, it's like nervous energy.
It's weird.
It's nervous, right?
There are a lot of Warriors fans.
It's very weird. They are booing, though.
Yeah, Steph right now is out on the court, and if that's what they feel like they can.
Draymond just walked out. That's Draymond.
Oh,
that makes sense.
They've been
that
moving
makes
a lot. Christine, you've been posting up. You've been walking the streets of Boston. How do you think this arena is going to?
I'm a little concerned about the fans right now because I feel like they're not as rowdy as the last time we were here. However, I do think Boston's going to win this game. I'm no NBA analyst, but I will say I'm
today.
I am right now, and I'm a little. Last game I honestly didn't.
You're a vibe analyst.
Yes, always. I feel the vibes, and I just feel like Boston's going to win this game today. That's my expert opinion.
That was my pick. My pick was Boston should win this. Should win this. They're not, because are they pretenders or contenders? I think these guys are actual contenders for a championship. They're here in the finals.
Right.
This is a game that if you believe you are a championship team, you have to win.
Yes, and this crowd has to match what Draymond said Steph is going to be, which is livid following his Game 5 performance, which they won, by the way. But, of course, we know Steph Curry snapped his NBA best, 233 games with a made three-pointer. Last time he didn't hit a three-pointer was back at November 8, 2018, Warriors versus the Bucks. His stat line in that game, 26 minutes, 5 of 14 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 10 points, 6 assists, a minus 26 plus minus. That one was at Oracle. Do you care about plus minus?
No, I don't care about plus minus, but you know what I do care about? I care about the fact that they showed a list of all the games that Steph Curry had hit, and the last time, look at this.
This is what's insane. How much is gas currently? I mean, I feel like we're in a very interesting time.
Right.
But didn't you say $11, RJ?
Something like that. Is that how much?
That's not real. The average is like $5. But this is the last time Steph Curry didn't hit a three-pointer in a game. That is a long time ago. Pete Davidson is now dating Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
It's a whole new world.
Well,
I love girls like you.
I thought Bohemian Rhapsody was like, that's when the song originally came out, or is that the movie?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
That was the #1 movie.
It's not that far.
Which I didn't actually know was a movie. I thought it was just a song. Okay.
He won an Oscar. Okay.
Listen, I'm not a movie person. Okay, it's fine.
Neither am I.
Look, but there are reports that Steph has a split fingernail. He does have his finger wrapped up. So do you think that at all affected his performance, and should it at all be a concern heading into Game 6?
Man, I would keep splitting those fingernails. You know what it is? He's shooting too much. No, at the end of the day, these are things, and I know this is the beautiful thing about the NBA Finals. Everything is going to get dissected, but Ain't no one here in Boston cares about a split fingernail. If this were to actually make the news and like these people found out about it, oh, they would be heckling him all day about it.
Do you think that that's an injury that may have an impact on him?
No, I will not disrespect.
Why is that even a
I will
thing?
not disrespect Steph.
Who put that out in the universe? Somebody should
His
just not
finger
said
is wrapped
anything.
up right now.
Steph might have
Nobody
tweeted
should've
it
said
actually.
anything.
Yes, that he-
Look at sympathy. Yeah. The guys, take it easy on me.
We shouldn't know about that.
Well, how many threes do you think he's going to hit tonight?
The over-under is what, 4.5. I think he's going to hit 5. And the point that I was trying to make before we saw that amazing graphic about how long it's been is that every time he has one of these games, his response has been crazy. Even one time he broke the NBA record, hit 13 threes, only to be broken by Klay a few months later.
Here's my question. After Steph Curry's last game, subpar, right? Andrew Wiggins, not subpar. What are the chances that Andrew Wiggins wins MVP over Steph Curry with the shot point?
I'm going to be really honest. If Steph doesn't even come out for this game today and Wiggins goes for 40, the Warriors will give this Finals MVP to their crowning guy, Steph Curry. It's more of a lifetime achievement award for Steph at this point.
We saw NBA
tweet.
memes.
This is the tweet. This is the tweet that they love. Because you know NBA Twitter will freak out.
Oh, it's not even NBA Twitter, like Warrior World. They are going to give Steph Curry, he's going to earn it, in my opinion, but they will give it to him as a lifetime achievement award regardless of who plays and how well they play.
Christine?
No! Listen.
You honestly think that Andrew Wiggins has a shot at MVP? Now, granted, media votes. So
yes. I think the fact that Steph Curry's fingernail was even like in the atmosphere is very odd.
Yeah.
Maybe a
setup, a little
He might
setup.
be setting him up to like not play that well in this game. Who knows? However, there is a path for Andrew Wiggins to win MVP. I just don't think he's going to.
Speaking of boos, Andrew Wiggins got the boo treatment as he walked out for his warm-ups and he started to smile.
Yeah.
He's like,
I mean, that's love.
People are noticing
That's
him.
what I'm saying. The boos is a sign of respect. The hate is a sign of respect. All the people that say things to Draymond and this and that, he views it as a sign of respect. If you hate me, there are people walking around this Boston area with, what is it? Expletives? Expletives? Yeah, that's the word.
What was that
and then
word that you were
Draymond's name. They are saying something.
yes.
And there's like kids wearing the shirts. There's adults wearing the shirts. If you're walking around saying "I hate you" shirt, that's love for Draymond. That's recognition.
Right. And Wiggins is getting, I mean, if he does nothing else, that Game 5 performance, he can stamp that he.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all that
He made a big
you just have to be involved in it.
In these finals. Look, looking forward to seeing how Steph and Andrew perform in this Game 6. But the Celtics know they got to step up because their season is on the line.
We got to be better. When our offense was stagnant.
Tatum falling away. Air ball.
Our backs are against the wall.
The Boston Celtics fall behind 3-2.
We got to figure it out. There's no tomorrow for us.
Draymond Green with a steal.
That is not a play you make in the NBA Finals, period.
Another game with too many turnovers, and it cost us.
Lost it again. Another turnover for Boston. 18 of them.
We don't have no choice. It's win or go home.
And we will see the Celtics are 3-0 in elimination games so far this postseason. Ryan Windhorst now here, host of the Hoop Collective podcast with brand new shows before and after every single NBA Finals game. And Ryan, we've been so fortunate to have you as a regular here on Hoop Streams.
Yeah, very fortunate.
And that means that we wanted to give you your own segment. So that's why it's time now to take the wheel.
Yeah, take the wheel.
Take the wheel. Take the wheel. Get in the back. Take the wheel.
And that's, of course, one of your famous lines when you told Steph before his obviously huge Game 4 performance to take the wheel. So let's start with Jayson Tatum. You think he takes the wheel tonight or continues to drive his production off a cliff?
He better take the wheel. In fact, the problem is he's been holding on to the wheel too long, going to the basket and getting himself in trouble, and then trying to make a 3-point turn, 5-point turn. How's this metaphor going?
It looks really good. It reminds me of Austin Powers in that little hallway. Might be too young for some of your guys' references, but
he's getting stuck in there. Look, he's averaging 37 points in the elimination games he's facing. I feel like he's going to play a much better game tonight. I question whether his stamina is going to be there. He just ran out of gas the other night. I wouldn't be surprised, Richard, if they look for moments in the game where they can get him even 30 seconds or a minute rest, call a timeout before immediate timeout, anything to try to extend his energy window into the fourth quarter.
Well, and it's weird because, like, during the postseason, you do not practice. You will not sweat in practice. You might run through your defensive assignments, but you're not going up and down. Like, especially during the finals, you're off your feet. But even with that, the accumulation of minutes, Second Spectrum said that he's run 10 more miles than Steph Curry.
No, I know he's 24.
Even believe that. No, that don't matter.
But
let me just say that. It don't matter.
And it's also on a shortened offseason.
Yeah.
He had the Olympics this summer as well. And that's what they Ime Udoka pointed to for his shooting woes at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And now for him to be putting up that much more minutes than anyone else in these finals.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say, that's why there's always been a conversation about trying to find a point guard for this team, because it takes pressure off of those guys. They get easier shots, and they don't have to create for other people, which is part of the reason why the turnovers get high. They are not natural creators. Mark is smart, and a compliment to him. And what he's done, he's like, Coach, I will do it. I will establish, and I will be the point guard. I will defend, but that's not even his true position. So, you know, you understand some of these woes might be some of the structure and fatigue.
Quickly, is he taking the wheel, or is he going to be a passenger tonight?
I'm going to say he's taking the wheel. I believe in the young fella, and I think he has special things in front of him, and I think it could start today.
All right, Brian, next up, is Andrew Wiggins going to take the wheels, or is he going to be a passenger tonight? Last time he put on a show.
He is going to very happily be a passenger on the Steph Curry Express. As great as he was in the last game, a lot of it was because Steph was creating space for him. He'd be the first to admit that. So, listen, he's doing great. They're up 3-2. Him riding maybe shotgun as opposed to in the back seat, but he's happy to be on the Express.
That was a sinister picture of you and Andrew Wiggins. He was taking you into the
that was no Photoshop. That happened a couple days ago.
Honestly, I love it. The thing that I like about him is when you look at that game 3 loss, I believe, the game 3 loss here, they got killed on the glass. They got killed in the glass, and they're looking around. Looney only has a certain amount of athleticism. Draymond Green, you can't get more from Steph, Klay. And you start looking around, it's like, who is a person with excess athleticism? And they're like, hey, Wiggins, we will box out. You got to come fly in and clean up the glass. And he has done a remarkable job. It's not the 29 rebounds that's impressive. It's the fact that those 29 rebounds came after they got murdered on the glass in game 3. So he answered that call.
Absolutely. And you've made the point many times that he's not underrated. Look, I mean, he's a high draft pick. He's paid $30 million.
He's an excellent player, and it's wonderful to have him when you don't need him every night. I don't know if they'll need him tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. They're going to need him. They're going to need him.
Let's move on to Al Horford, who's had a very interesting series. What does Al Horford taking the wheel look like to you? And are you in the back of a cab?
I want out of that.
A cab?
I don't want my cab driver to look angry like that, or to be sweating. To be honest with you, I like a nice, cool, calm, collected. Now he is cool, calm, and collected, and he's actually played really well in their 2 wins. But Steph Curry has kind of caused him problems because, Richard, they're asking him to come up and cover Steph. It's gotten him out of position a lot. He's not, he was great in game 1. As he's had to chase Steph Curry around, his shooting has dropped. He's worn down a little bit. It's been a rough go for him having to guard Steph.
Well, and we were talking about, the 24-year-old in Jayson Tatum. What about a 35 or 30? He's damn near my age, right? When we're talking about Al Horford. But, look, Al Horford is one of the classiest, most professional guys in this business. I wasn't surprised to see that 26 points in game 1. I wasn't surprised. But he got you the one.
Yes.
If he's looking around,
that was the Al Horford game.
If you're looking around for the young guys, he's like, young guys, I got you one. I helped it going, 26 points. I need everybody else to give me 1 game. And that's something we have yet to see thus far in the finals.
And you've also mentioned, you were expecting at least 1 Steph Curry off night. So I wonder if that's going to be 2 off nights in tonight. We were talking about a split fingernail. You called it game 4, though. Are we in for an epic night again tonight?
I don't know if he can top that performance, but I want you to think about the history that he's holding in his hand here, okay? He has a chance to raise the Bill Russell Trophy, the MVP trophy, in Boston, okay? To end that narrative forevermore. There has only been 1 team ever to beat the Celtics and end the finals in Boston. It happened in 1985, Magic Johnson with a triple-double. There has only been one player in history going up against the #1 defense in the NBA in the finals and to average more than 30 points. That was Jerry West in 1970. He could rewrite all of that tonight, and it could be an epic night, and he's got the advantage. The Celtics having trouble guarding him. He can do it.
That's the scary thing. You lost, and he gave you 16 points and 0 for 9. That being said, I love the context, Brian, and I'm not questioning the context. The only thing I'm saying is that it's not like the Celtics are in the finals every year. They haven't been in the finals since 08, and then prior to that, it was what, 80?
I know, but we're counting all the finals back to the 60s.
Yeah, that's fair, because you're talking about great Bill Russell teams, and nobody was going to beat them, even if it was Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West. That being said, Steph Curry taking the wheel, that is what he's going to do. But the thing that I like, and again, the thing that makes me a little on edge, is that he can play with the pace. He's like, I can have a 16-point game and go 0 for 9. I don't have to overdo it. I don't have to push it so much. I can let the game come to me because of the trust I have in my teammates.
Steph, in media availability, called himself the Petty King. And you had a great line earlier today, because you do so much TV throughout the day. You said, the ultimate Petty King is to win the Bill Russell Finals MVP.
Does that do it for you? Is that good enough?
Do it for me.
Okay, good.
Look,
I wasn't sure.
Petty, I love it.
Right in front of this Celtics crowd.
I know you loved, winning that trophy in Oakland.
Still one of the proudest days of my life. I'm
so sweet.
You are Petty King. Maybe you are Petty Prince.
I'm more Petty Richard. Look, Richard Petty is what they call me.
Right.
Richard Petty. But I love the Petty King.
You kept up with the driving theme.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep it up.
We're gonna end it there.
Boy, you are so good.
We're gonna end it there. And Steph's Petty line was just one of the highlights from media session yesterday.
It's the NBA. You got talented teams. You got talented players you're going against. You're in somebody else's building. It's just not easy to close anybody out in the playoffs.
There's a lot at stake when it comes to winning championships. Having been here 6 times and been in a lot of different closeout type of opportunities, you just understand what the nerves are like. But at the end of the day, once you get out there, you have to just be in the moment. You got to be, present as much as possible, not worry about the consequences of a win or a loss.
We're looking to give it everything we got. We are not scared. We do not fear the Golden State Warriors. We want to come out and just play the best version of basketball that we can.
It is very hard to close out a series, and this is a very good team, and we know they're going to play with a sense of desperation. So for us to match that or exceed that, it's going to take the most effort we've had to give all year.
It's the first to 4, so it's like it's not over with. So as long as it's not over with, you got a chance. And I think having done it before, should give you even more confidence that you can.
Game 6 on our home floor in front of our fans. Last game in TD Garden. Nothing more needs to be said.
And guys, Jordan Poole, he drained 17 threes in a row in pre-game warm-ups. Golden State Warriors, though, they're 0-3 this postseason in clinch opportunities on the road. Will Jordan Poole help them break that trend as they're looking to become the first team since the Bulls from 91 to 98 to win 4 championships over an 8-season span with, of course, the GOAT in Michael Jordan. Speaking of GOATs, time now for Goat Check.
Oh, no.
It just keeps getting better. And
you're outside now.
Of course, we're joined by the GOAT, the legend, Doris Burke, who is calling the game with the lovely Monica McNutt on the sidelines for ESPN Radio. And look, Doris, this segment is called Goat Check.
Okay.
So we thought we'd have you guys answer some questions with blah as something you're down with.
Okay.
Or nah, you're not into it. Okay?
Gotcha.
So let's start
Okay.
with the determining factor for these Boston Celtics. Turnovers. It's like a broken record. So, the Celtics will have less than 16 turnovers or nah.
Go ahead, Monica.
Oh, all right. I'm leaning into all the stats on them for elimination games. I'm going to go on this one. Correct. The Celtics will have less than 16 turnovers.
I'm right there with her. Do I have to make the noise?
I'll do it for you.
I'm saying that they're below that. They've been harped on for the last couple of days. I'm saying the Celtics are solid with the ball.
that's going to change? Like, you just think that they're going to be buttoned up because they've heard it too much?
I think they're going to try to play faster first and foremost, Cassidy. I think they're going to try to get out of situations where they're digging in against a Golden State Warrior defense that's been great. I think they'll be better on the backboards, which should help trigger that. I just think they know it.
I agree. You used the word faster. I was going to say more deliberate because I do think they've had some transition opportunities, but they fling the ball into the stands instead of to one another, and that immediately crushes that.
Well, another thing that's been ailing them, crunch time. As we know, in games that are within 5, with under 5 to go in the game, aka clutch time, Boston is 2-4 at home this postseason. So, ba or nah, Celtics can win this one in the clutch, Monica.
I'm going ba on this one as well because I actually just had our team look this up. Obviously, based on their numbers in elimination games, they've been able to perform in the clutch in elimination games. They've outscored teams 18-5, and Jayson Tatum has been the biggest scorer in those moments.
He scored almost 32 points in elimination games. I'm saying nah, but I'm saying nah because they're going to have a good enough lead that they're not going to be in crunch time.
Okay.
Well, when they're at home, the Celtics defense is allowing 47% shooting from the field and 67% from 3. So we will.
Yikes!
And this
Can I switch that?
Yes. As much as this crowd, is going to be all the way turned up. The Celtics have not been great at home, so we will see if they can be great when they need to be their greatest. How about Andrew Wiggins, who was pretty darn great in Game 3, led the Warriors in scoring last game, has now posted back-to-back double-doubles for the first time ever. Ba or nah, Wiggins makes it 3 in a row double-doubles tonight, Mon.
I'm going to ba this, but I'm putting an asterisk on it. I love the sound. He's had monster, healthy double-doubles, like better than 13 in both categories.
Yeah.
I think tonight, a little less of a double-double, but still hits doubles.
I think she's 100% right. It is an absolute ba. It's a ba because this man has just figured it out. He's found himself. And the way he's getting rebounds, Monica, it's very hard to check somebody out who's getting a full head of steam, 12 to 15 feet, pursuing the ball out of the area. It's very hard to check him out. I'm not sure she ever checked out at Georgetown, but I don't even remember the answer, but he's having another double-double.
Okay, so if Andrew Wiggins has a good game, what will that mean for the Warriors? They're 0-3. Okay, this postseason. No.
Okay.
When they have a chance to close things out on the road. That's the signifier there.
Yeah.
Celtics, meanwhile, are 3-0 in elimination games this postseason. So, do the Warriors close it out? Ba or nah?
For personal reasons that we all can relate to, I've been hesitant to give a pick today because we're just riding this thing out. But, nah, they do not.
Nah is 100% correct. They don't close it out. The Celtics' whole season has been about resolve and resilience and toughness, and I just think I think they're going to get a game from somebody besides one of the Jays, like Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White. Somebody's going to play well, and it's going to give them the lift they need.
I mean, you guys are both wearing championship dresses. If that's the case, I hope you packed another dress because that is trophy ceremony ready, is all I'm saying. I think the Warriors are going to close it out.
Wow.
Okay?
She wants to go home.
Clearly. Don't read into it. I just think, yeah. Okay. Because you know what? I'll give you an answer. Because Game 6 Klay. I think Game 6 Klay is going to show up.
Yeah.
Even though the most recent Game 6 performance that wowed us was Game 6 Tatum versus the defending
46.
champs. Essentially forcing a Game 7 on this floor. So can he finally show up and do the same tonight? I actually got a chance to catch up with Jayson Tatum and ask him about his approach and how actually Deuce helps him clear his mind.
Tatum and 1. A strong finish for Jayson Tatum playing in his first NBA Finals.
We know no one is a bigger critic of you than you, maybe outside your mother. But how satisfied are you with your play in these finals?
I mean, it's hard to think like that. Am I satisfied? Because we down 3-2. Obviously down 3-2 is like, all right, there's a lot more I could be doing, and I still have more opportunities. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't change what these last 5 games have been like. I can be in control of what I can do to help my team out tomorrow. And regardless of what I do, if we get a win tomorrow, that's all that matters.
Well, Coach Ime Udoka said that he thinks that you're looking for fouls on the attack. You haven't attempted a dunk in these finals. What is your mentality on the attack?
Yeah, I think I need to start playing off 2 feet a little bit more, being under control, limit some of the turnovers and things like that, and not more so looking for contact, looking to make a play. I think that would be more helpful for myself, in those moments.
Tatum, another three. Jayson Tatum hits from downtown.
So much has been made of your stats, whether it be success with high assists or you setting a playoff record with turnovers. How much are you paying attention to stat trends, and how is that impacting your preparation for Game 6?
Not at all. I'm not watching TV. I'm not on social media, on Twitter. When I come home, I'm playing basketball in the driveway with Deuce or watching a movie. So I'm not paying attention to any of that, what people are saying or not saying. That's always going to be there, and that's just part of what we do. You got to accept it, but it's all that matters if we win or lose, and that's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, we saw that video of Lil Deuce playing on the big Deuce hoop. There's so much noise, as you said. Is that how you deal on your off days, especially heading into high-intensity game like this one?
Yeah, that's the best part, right? Deuce is 4. He doesn't know the magnitude of what's going on. He didn't understand I just got off a 6-hour flight yesterday. All he cared about was, can we go outside and get buckets? And, in that moment, you realize, this is what's most important. And, that's the beauty of having a child that, it takes your mind off things, especially when things aren't going, how you want them to. And you can just relax and be regular at home, with your family.
You're clearly his idol. But lately we've been seeing you wearing a lot of your idols, whether it be Kobe or Jordan. We also saw you wear Tiger Woods post-game, and who could forget you wearing the armband in Game 7. What are you hoping to draw from those all-time greats as you head into Game 6?
That's just something I've been doing kind of my whole life, whether it be shoes or items of clothing, guys that I admire, guys that I look up to, that have inspired me to get to this point. So I wouldn't change that now that I'm, Jayson Tatum. I would just kind of stick to what's natural to me and what I've done to get me to this point.
Do you have any expectations to honor or acknowledge anyone for Game 6?
I ain't picked my outfit out yet, but you never know. We'll see what I wear.
Lastly, you've played in a lot of high-stakes games in this building. What are your expectations for the crowd here tonight?
Oh, we got the best crowd in the league. And tomorrow's not going to be any different. It's our last home game of the season. So I know it's going to be rocking here, and I'm looking forward to it. We owe our fans a win in front of them. So, that's the plan tomorrow, and, they're going to be ready to show up.
Thanks for your time, Jayson. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
And for as much criticism as Jayson Tatum has gotten in these finals, he has been producing throughout these playoffs. He's the youngest player to score 600 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists in a single postseason. What does he have left in the tank? He's averaged 31.7 points facing elimination this postseason. That's the second most by a Celtics player in a single postseason all time. Back now with Richard Jefferson. Come on, dude. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm locked in. I'm ready.
And Monica, now you better get locked in.
Let's go. Monica,
because
you gotta.
Because you're suited and booted.
I'm suited and booted.
Okay.
Suited and booted. Last game in Boston.
Okay, because it's time now to walk it out. Presented by LegalZoom, and we know you love doing this. Critiquing other people and their fashion. And you heard Jayson Tatum. He said he hadn't had his outfit picked out yet. So let's see what he finally came through with. And I think you'll like his outfit. It's very, raw.
Oh, leopard. Are those zippers? Is he doing the Michael Jackson?
I don't know if they're zippers or if that's sequins.
I don't know. But man, I told you before, he seemed like the type of dude when he meets your dad, he just nods. Right? Like when he meets your mom, he winks. Like
Stop it. No.
He's not.
I like the
He's
sweater.
a nice young man.
He
What
is a
about,
nice young
what about
man.
Steph Curry?
I liked this.
I don't, but that's...
You do?
Look,
I like
man,
this.
not many light-skinned boys can pull off the floral print, right? Like it's me, it's Steph, maybe Jayson Tatum. You know, just only a few.
I like it was very
It just
clean.
doesn't feel like a championship outfit.
No, he's planning on
No,
getting that
he-
sprayed with champagne. That's
Okay,
why.
I hope he-
He didn't want to wear the suit.
It's not a suit.
Good point.
Yeah.
Because I picked the Warriors, but now I'm second guessing it because I don't know if that's
I like
don't know if that's a
gets
championship
wet. If that's a little
outfit.
But also,
rosé.
florals are having a moment.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Marcus Smart, we criticized him before for wearing sunglasses indoors, but I'm fine with it because it's Game 6. But are you feeling this?
Marcus Smart can do what he wants.
Okay,
I agree.
fair.
He like him, PJ Tucker. There's a few guys that I'm just like, yo, that's
You know who absolutely does what he wants?
Mr. Sustainable Cotton himself.
Sustainable.
He only wears recyclable cotton.
Sends a message.
It's beautiful, honestly.
very simple.
He
I mean-
looks like he's really focused on the game.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go hard. His teammates go hard for him.
No, I
like
get it.
Jordan Poole, who's wearing the Klay draft shirt. He's also rocking the Stadium Goods Bape collab sneakers.
Is there a millennial woman out there that doesn't love Jordan Poole?
I was about to
love
say.
Oh, that's Christine.
No, I love it when everybody's
So
like Jordan
many.
Poole plays like all the senior girls just walk
Wait,
into the gym.
Christine just gave
That's
us
how
a
he plays
wink.
basketball.
Christine just winked
That's
at us.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's how he
He's
plays.
awesome.
Yeah, literally, man. I'm telling
Not
you,
the senior
Jordan Poole
girls.
plays like all the girls showed up at recess, and then he's just started balling out. Like, oh, the girls are here. Let's go.
I mean, Steve did tell us that he's fearless.
Oh yeah,
One of the women or the fans.
Oh, he's definitely fearless. He gives a lot of winks to the crowd.
I did point out Jordan's, sneakers there, the Bape and Stadium Goods collab. Our producer, Jonathan Luna,
Come stick your foot in the shot, Luna.
okay?
Mama
He's
Cita.
every single game.
Oh,
he
well,
has
can we
been
get him up?
killing it.
Stretch, move the
got
ball.
Mama
Move the
Cita?
ball.
And
There
so
it is.
he wanted desperately for us to do a sneaker segment. He even called in our shoe expert, Paula.
You got to get him the Mambacita, the
Oh, okay, I
two,
got
the
it.
Gigi.
Get the man his shoe back, please.
Oh, that's a beautiful shoe, my fault.
Okay, so we asked Nick DePaula his top 3 sneakers at the NBA Finals this year. So
Okay.
let's see if you agree with the sneaker expert. Let's start with Jaylen Brown, the Nike Kobe 5 and 6s.
How do you
Wearing
play in
Kobe's
them?
5 and 6s. He's a sneaker free agent, meaning he's playing in them for free in the finals. You guys wearing these even if you're not getting paid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about
Kobe.
how he played. I'm going to judge
What
your
ga- I was like,
shoes
what
by
games
how
was
well
that?
you played in them.
I don't remember what games was that. Was that the 17-point first quarter? 'Cause
Yeah, we'll
then
just
yes,
say that. Well,
vibes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. No one's checking. And if you do, get a life. You know.
How about Jayson Tatum? Because Tatum, he's wearing the Air Jordan 36 PEs. He's been wearing these exclusives. He's worn pairs inspired by his Taco J nickname, a no guac theme. He doesn't add guac to his Mexican orders.
He
I don't know.
ain't from the West Coast.
And also a pair inspired by his vintage Mustang. He hasn't worn the Kobe-inspired pair at all this series. An interesting choice since he wore them almost every game of the Eastern Conference Finals.
So he wore a pair that are collab with Melody Ashani too. I don't know if it was this series or last series, but they're like snake print. I thought those were fire.
Well, look, Nike and compliment to Nike. When the finals show up, Nike will give you shoes that they have never, ever out. They will give you special colorways. And look, Jayson Tatum, he's that dude.
Yeah, I like these.
Is that inside information? Can you be my cadet?
They don't really give me anything anymore. I'm a former player.
Right. Okay, what about this? Number 1, we go to Steph Curry's Curry 4 Flocho shoes. Y'all remember he scored 43 in Game 4. He did it wearing these purple shoes. He also changed into them for the second half of Game 5, and we saw him warm up in them before Game 6 tonight. So
I'm digging them. I'm digging them. Yeah.
I like the color.
Yeah.
You're not into Curry's.
I did not like the purple ones. The white ones I like better. I like the color of the purple ones, but those are hot.
Yeah, I did the colors, and I will say this. Because I was a Nike guy, I didn't get to wear Under Armour, but all the Under Armour guys said that they loved the Currys.
I will say, as a 37-year-old woman with back problems, those look like those are good for my back.
Who's
A lot of
37
cushion.
years old?
Me?
No, you ain't.
Look at good, girl.
Asian don't race it.
Come on.
Asian don't race it. No, but those look like they're good for my back. Either way. So I wanted to show you a last. This is just an add-on.
Okay.
And it's Klay Thompson. He's been wearing his low top edition of his KT7 with the Chinese brand Anta.
Yeah.
Why Anta? Atlanta and not Nike or Adidas? Well, Klay has said that he wanted to branch out and be global. The idea to be the Michael Jordan of Atlanta was a goal of his, and he's now one way away from another championship. And like Jordan, Klay will have to cement his legacy with another Game 6 Klay and add to that lure.
Welcome to Game 6 of the Western Conference Final.
The Warriors have to win to get to Game 7. It's win or go home.
Thompson wide open for three. Klay Thompson shooting them back into it.
Curry finds Klay Thompson, loads one up, fires away. Left wing triple. Now to Klay, fires and hits another three. Unbelievable. The Warriors have the lead.
Thompson with his 8th three-pointer.
Hogan handoff Thompson. He'll take a three and got another one. Are you kidding me? Fires away. He's got another three. It's an NBA record 10 threes in a playoff game. Iguodala to Thompson. Right side three for the lead. Got it! Golden State leads with 1:35 to go. And Klay Thompson has 11 threes in the game.
The Rockets one win away from the finals, but they go to the Bay for Game 6.
Thompson for three. Yes. Gets it to Thompson for three. Thompson for three. 9 of 14 from downtown. There will be a 7th exciting game back in Houston.
It's Game 6 of this best-of-7 series.
Thompson hitting from three. Thompson shooting his 3rd three in the quarter. For Thompson connects.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is looking like Game 6 Klay.
Thompson, you bet. To the corner, Thompson connects. He's got 20, Thompson puts it in, and that might be the dagger.
Game 6 Klay was back, and he shut me up.
Back now with a couple other big-time performers. Brian Windhorst. You're ready.
I'm ready. I'm locked in. I'm ready.
Richard Jefferson.
I'm like Woj. I'm getting breaking information right now. No, I'm lying. There's no information. I have no information. I'm joking.
No, you do.
I was checking Twitter.
Okay. Did Twitter tell you that it's National Klay Week? Like the mineral clay, like ghost
First
clay.
of all, this NBA Finals has been National Klay Week, in my opinion. It has been. My guy, who I had Klay as a rookie and then his second year, this man missed 2 years. 2 years of basketball and has come out here and it was like they never left. And he's not even 100% in my opinion. I think he's probably 85% of who he can be.
Play a mineral? I don't think so.
This is not.
I don't know. You know what? I gotta be honest. I definitely Googled what C-L-A-Y was. Like, what can I call clay? Is it not a mineral? Clay mineral. Whatever. We'll move on. We're gonna talk. This is the whole point of that was to talk more about Klay Thompson. And coming off that piece that we just saw, that Thompson shoots 50% from three in Game 6s in his career. So, Brian, do you think we'll see another all-time Game 6 Klay performance tonight?
I don't know about all time, but I got to tell you this. Cassidy, he's warming up because the last 3 games, he's 9 of 21 on threes. He had a really important second half of Game 5. And if you look at the last 2 series in the closeout games, I know the last round was only Game 5, but in Game 6 against Memphis, 30 points. Closeout Game 5 against Dallas, 32 points. He's played his best 2 games closing out the series. So I will say this, if he plays well tonight, the Warriors are probably going to win, and he is not afraid of the moment. You know he's going to play well in a closeout opportunity.
Can we look at these numbers for a second? This is over the course of his career. Now, Klay first went to the postseason when he was like 22 years old, 23 years old. Like, he has been a dominant player in this league pretty much since that first year they made the postseason, which I believe was Klay's second year in the league. So when I look at this and you look at over the course of this postseason, Game 1 and 2 played okay. Game 4 and 5, he got better and better. So if he does have a Game 6 performance, this series is over. I don't care what Steph does, Draymond, Jordan, Poole. If they see Game 6 Klay tonight, this series is over.
And I think that just solidified my pick of the Warriors even more because I'm thinking about all the conversations we're having. If Steph has a good game, the Warriors are going to win. If Klay has a good game, the Warriors are going to win. If Andrew Wiggins has a good game, the Warriors are going to win. If Draymond has a Draymond game, the Warriors are going to win.
I like how you said if Draymond has a Draymond game, not a good game.
Right. But then when you think of the Celtics, all of it falls on Jayson Tatum. And maybe that's not doing a disservice to Jaylen Brown, but I just feel like there's too many options for the Warriors at this point. And they've shown that throughout this series. But what makes Klay so great is that Klay operates by Klay rules. And that makes him the perfect soundbite as well, because, we're all living in Klay world. Here's a best of, let's just say, the best of Klay.
Doesn't mean anything if I go out there and lay an egg in a couple days or a few days. So, wow, just going to be, I've never been so excited to go to Boston, I'll tell you that.
Gary Payton, a little more than a month ago.
The ocean has healing properties that a pool might not have, or a cold tub, and I'm an Aquarius, so I've always loved the water my whole life, and it really is my happy place besides the hardwood.
We're back.
Klay is
sucked up in all of this.
Klay is biased towards the Pacific Ocean.
That's my West Coast guy.
He was asked about whether he would go to the ocean here. He's like, I'm sure it's nice, but
I mean, the Pacific is a little bit better than
I'm
Atlantic.
just saying.
I wouldn't go there.
I'm with it. I'm taking Pacific all day.
But do you think like his zenness is the key to his success?
You know what? I felt Klay told us a lot about himself when he struggled in games 1 and 2, and he came back here to Boston, and he told us that he had Googled Game 6 Klay.
Yes.
You think that he's just really chill, and whether he scores 30 or whether he scores 3, he's going to go to his boat and be happy, but that's not true.
No.
He's just as invested as anybody else. He's just really mellow in it.
No, he's a vicious competitor.
Over the top. And I've been in the gym where Klay misses a shot, or him and Steph were doing shooting drills. I've been in a thing where Klay was cooking and they drew up the last play for Steph, and Klay wasn't furious. He was just a competitor, because literally there might be only one other person on the planet that you want to set up a shot for other than Steph Curry, and it might be Klay Thompson with the way he can shoot and his percentages. But the thing I like about Klay and the visualization, even for the greatest shooter, maybe a spot-up shooter, in my opinion, he is probably the best spot-up shooter in the game today, right? In my opinion. Steph is the best moving around, best overall. But he still needs to visualize. Even with 3 championships, however many they got, he's got to visualize it. And that is something that every young player should understand. Doesn't matter how great you are, how much you accomplish, visualization is still an important key to your success.
Was he a trash talker during your championship runs?
No.
Did you ever even hear him?
No, Klay is just Klay. Klay lives in his own world. Everyone knows it. That's one of the best parts about him as a teammate, as a competitor. No one has ever said anything negative about Klay.
And I guess because people kind of leave him alone. So much so. Did you guys see the impersonator who snuck into the Chase Center and has since been banned? YouTube prankster Dawson Gurley made headlines when he was able to bypass Chase Center security and put up some shots on the court without getting caught. The Warriors, in response, ended up banning him for life. RJ, I'm directing this question to you. Have you ever been officially banned from anywhere? Because I know Brian.
Lots of places. I've been banned from better places than this one that we're in right now. Honestly, there's been a few wedding venues that I wasn't allowed to go to, a couple of concert venues that I'm not allowed to go to anymore. So, I've been banned from a lot of places.
I think I might be banned from Golden State, but it's okay. If there's a Game 7, they'll let me back in.
Right. Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Klay did respond to the ban, saying you play stupid games, you get rewarded stupid prizes. We all get a prize.
Yes.
Because our Christine Williamson took to the streets of Boston to see if there were any other potential imposters breaching TD Garden, and it is so good. Take a look.
All right, guys, we saw fake Klay Thompson weasel his way past security and get in to the Chase Center before Game 5 of the NBA Finals. So it made us question, which Celtics player would Celtics fans impersonate in order to get in to TD Garden?
Rob Williams. Larry Bird. Is that like a trick question?
So if you had to impersonate somebody to get into TD Garden before Game 6, who would you impersonate?
Probably Shaq.
Jayson Tatum.
Marcus Smart.
Smart.
Probably Marcus Smart. I have the hair and the defense.
Marcus Smart.
You think he would get away with that?
Yeah. So I'm bald.
He don't got a beard though. I got a majestic beard. You don't got a beard like me. Like
I think I could do a good Shaquille O'Neal voice. Yeah, Penny. Yeah, I shouldn't have left Penny. If I was in the paint, I would average 22 and 10, like his barbecue chicken.
Chris Middleton.
That's actually really good.
Right?
I would probably like to think I look like Jayson Tatum. He's a very handsome man.
Jayson Tatum. Easily.
You guys got that light skin thing going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about your shirt, though.
I saw it on Twitter and I had to grab it. Love Kendall. Trying to be the next six man.
If you guys had to sneak into TD Garden to impersonate somebody, who would you impersonate?
For him, Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard.
Probably Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard.
probably Peyton. Yeah, guys. I guess he's the shortest.
Oh, so you're like saying like I'm like a short king?
I'll be Pritchard. My dad looks like Pritchard. I kind of look like Pritchard. I just need to shave the beard up a little bit.
So, if you weren't Peyton Pritchard and you had to sneak into a game, who would you impersonate?
It would have to be like a white player. It'd be like, have to be like if I grow out my hair, maybe like TJ or I guess I could get away with like Nick Stauskas or somebody on my team. We got a lot of white boys on the team, so.
Did you guys see Patrick Beverley's tweet about this? He said he was calling to have fake Klay join the Timberwolves when they play Golden State.
Wow. Wow. You see Joe Tsai tweeted? Joe Tsai tweeted. Joe Tsai tweeted the governor of the Nets. It was amazing. Perfect.
I just can't get over that Shaq impersonation, but there is something that we like to do called Did Y'all See That? Did you guys see these things? First of all, Tatum tweeted about Andrew Wiggins. Look at the date there. October 27th, 2012. Said Jabari Parker is better than Wiggins. Is he eating his words at this moment?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Not then.
Because I guarantee you, if you were to pull up some receipts from 10 years ago of things I've said and done.
At the beginning of this show.
Okay, yes.
Thanks, Cass. Thanks, Cass.
But
Thanks, Cass.
What about this?
Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Okay, so listen.
Oh, that's good.
This guy, he's really, have you seen his
brilliant.
TikTok? He's literally so good. I don't know how he gets it, but
legend.
this guy is impersonating Steph Curry
Yeah, Max is
at the free throw line.
Like, that is exactly how he
literally, I don't know how this man does it, because he does a good LeBron impersonation.
He does.
He's so good.
So many people
He's
so
good.
well.
I mean, solid. I give it a 10. I give it a 10.
10 out of
Okay,
10.
10 out of 10.
10.
This is our favorite thing. We like talking about kids. Deuce Tatum.
Oh, the jab step from a 4-year-old?
With the jab step.
That's talent.
Did you see this?
I did see this.
I was going to say, you look very impressed, like you haven't seen this before.
I'm impressed because, like, I'm, like, talking to my kids at home, and it's like, bro, like, what y'all doing, man? Like, y'all letting me down. If my kids ain't going to step up, come on, now.
Okay, and then here's Isaiah Thomas talking about Robert Williams. He said he heard that before. Should he be playing right now? He said he'd be fine. They said he'd be fine.
Yeah. No. But this is a more emotional thing. This is a more emotional thing than we want to talk about. Because there is an underbelly of like, hey, you'll be fine. It's not always that case. And then when you're not, you get shipped out. But Isaiah, we love you, brother.
Yeah, seriously. But there is. And you just have this feeling of this pressure. There's so much is on the line.
The opportunities are so rare.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I mean, if this is a game he needs to play in regardless. So, I mean, what can you do?
Guys, this is a very pivotal Game 6.
What do you do when you're faced with a Game 6?
Boston's going to have another one of those vaunted comebacks we've seen so much from them.
They say there are no better words in basketball than Game 7. But what about the pivotal moments that get you there? With 6, you have a choice. You can let it end or fight for one more chance. Boston heads home down 3-2 after a sobering loss Monday night.
Wiggins drives and finishes!
But down 1 means little when it's a best of 7. We've been here before. It was Game 6. Hakeem Olajuwon blocked John Stark's game-winning attempt, bringing a Game 7 and Houston the title.
Olajuwon with the big tip.
It was Game 6. Ray Allen sunk a game-saving 3.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer.
Bringing a bitter fight against the Spurs to overtime, forcing a Game 7 and taking the title to Miami. It was Game 6 when LeBron James and Kyrie Irving each hit 41, historically pushing the series to a Game 7 after being down 3-1, leading to Cleveland's first and only ring.
Cleveland! This is for you!
But the Celtics don't need the history books as a reminder. Just 1 month ago, down 3-2 against the defending champion Bucks, they stole Game 6 in Milwaukee and closed out the champs.
This is a defining game for the Celtics core.
Then, Miami almost gave them a taste of their own medicine by winning Game 6 to force a Game 7.
A wire-to-wire victory. How about them damn Celtics?
Which brings us here. So Game 6 isn't just a matchup between Golden State and Boston. It's not Curry versus Tatum. It's not Kerr versus Udoka. Game 6 is a matchup between what could be the end and the end. Because you can't get a high-stakes Game 7 without a legendary Game 6.
Shout out to Christina for producing that essay start to finish. And it's time now for the main attraction, Game 6, just moments away. Let's dive deep into what's at stake tonight. We've told you guys before, Celtics 3-0 when facing elimination this postseason. Can they make it 5-0 starting tonight and pull off the win?
They should. And I believe that they will, because I believe if you should, you should. That's my expert analysis. No, I believe in this Boston team. And this crowd is eerily quiet. I want to make sure that we're on record here.
You are so right.
It is eerily quiet.
This
and we've been
building is nervous.
It is very nervous.
And that makes me nervous. But I think they just need a reason. Just give them a spark, give them a reason. For instance, Game 6 in Cleveland, what was that building like?
I don't remember.
That building was rocking. It was the loudest building to this day that I've ever been a part of.
I'll tell you one thing, it was louder than this.
It was louder than this. There it is. You can hear.
Yes.
And look at, they're all standing.
They are.
They're all standing, and they're not doing anything else.
Nothing. You're right. Because they know they're facing a dynasty.
They're starting to see that Golden State team that they had been watching for the last decade show up.
If the Warriors win tonight, that would be their 4th championship in 8 years. Where would that rank all time in NBA Dynasty?
I mean, up there. Is that an acceptable answer? Up there.
Yeah.
It's not the Bulls. It's not the 60s Celtics.
It's not the 80s Lakers. It would put them right up there above the Boston Celtics stretch, in my opinion.
And about the Spurs?
No. No, because the Spurs had a ridiculous 20-year stretch of not missing the postseason. And I understand injuries happen, but that's just part of it. Like, can you go 20 straight years and win 5 NBA Finals? That is next there. I would put them, in my opinion, I would put them just above those Celtics, those 80s Celtics with Larry and them.
I'll tell you what, they didn't make the playoffs last year, and I know that there were circumstances around it, but to not make the playoffs and come all the way back, and they have a chance, you're going to have 2 chances to win the title. That to me is super impressive. That is as much as impressive as their potential 4th in 8 years.
Do we count LeBron as a one-man dynasty?
Yes. I think we do.
Because I'm not even like, I know everybody's gonna start chirping, but I'm like, bro, he went 4 straight with one franchise, left to a franchise with no finals championship, and then went to 4 more. So like, he's a singular dynasty.
Well, if you look from 2007 to 2020, he went 10 times.
That's what I'm saying. The man is a singular dynasty. That's all I'm going to say.
That's why he's in the GOAT conversation.
Yep.
Speaking of Steph Curry, obviously chasing that elusive Finals MVP. 7 players have a Finals MVP, an MVP award, and a scoring title. Where would a Finals MVP put Steph in the GOAT conversation?
To me, again, he's a top 10 player. I think he's right there. I think this just eliminates all doubt. Is he one of the top 10 players to ever pick up a basketball and play in the NBA? A Finals MVP is a big part of being a part of that conversation. First ballot Hall of Famer. He's got all the accolades, but that is a singular thing that he wants, his team wants for him, the organization and the fan base wants for him. So we can't just gloss over it like it's nothing.
It's the only thing he's missing, and I don't even really think he's missing it.
Yeah, it is. He's missing that, bro.
I guess look, there's only been like 4 guys ever to have 3 titles and 2 MVPs. So depending on what list you want to create, he's on the top of a lot of lists. But you add the Finals MVP, he's on every list.
They're on every list.
The Warriors win if?
Warriors win if Game 6 Klay, Steph Curry being Steph Curry, or if Andrew Wiggins continues his level of performance.
That was an or for those 3?
Any one of those 3. If Andrew Wiggins has a similar performance, if Game 6 Klay or Steph is being Steph, Those three things give them the edge. Any one of those combinations.
Steph scores 43, the Warriors scored 105. Steph scores 16, the Warriors scored 104. This has been about what that happens at the other end of the court. Celtics take care of the ball, keep their turnovers down, they win the game. But I am a little bit worried about the Celtics' fatigue. That's one thing that could happen. If fatigue all of a sudden hits them like a ton of bricks, that could be a problem, but I don't know that.
Well, we will see if the champagne bottles will be popping this year as part of the 75th.
I get to keep this? This is awesome.
Are you trying to get free
I'm
stuff?
always stealing stuff.
These are the victory goggles that will be in the winner's locker room. You guys think that these? Why are you a robot right
I don't know, because I feel robotic.
So, are they going to be wearing those tonight?
No, I'm going to say no. They're not going to be wearing these tonight, but I will be. I will be wearing these. I will be wearing these. I'm drinking some
They do
tonight.
kind of look like some sunglasses Marcus Smart would be wearing.
What is the retail value of those?
I don't know.
We're going to find out when I take these bad boys outside and sell them.
And we will find out soon enough. Tune in to Game 6, Warriors Celtics coming up on ABC, and you can watch live on the go via the ESPN app. Just log into your cable providers now. Thank you so much for watching Hoop Streams presented by LegalZoom. We'll be back maybe from San Francisco for Game 7 on Sunday. Enjoy the game on ABC or the ESPN app. Appreciate everybody.
Love you guys. Love you, Mom.